Go on.
Ah, kick could have missed it.
Quick, 1, 2.
Oh, missed it. It fucking hurts, Ali.
Contact with a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. Okay, we checked all 4 systems and there you go on modulating.
I guess it begins with physics, and from that creates chemistry. And then we have biology, and the first microorganisms, are based on cannibalism, They feed on each other to survive. So there's definitely a kind of, inherently evil.
Inherently evil? The violence isn't necessarily evil.
Really?
But no, because the inherentness of violence in nature is a need to survive. So obviously there are some animals that don't need to kill another animal to eat its meat. Come humans.
But that implies that it's a good thing in itself. I have this philosophy that
the only value we have is sentience. As sentient creatures, that's all we have.
Yeah.
That's all we can base it on. And by that rationale, suffering is negative, intrinsically negative.
Yeah.
And evolution, it's not a pretty show. It's not a good thing.
No.
It's an ugly, evil process,
Do you agree with that? Yeah, I agree. I think that school, at least for me, was a big precursor to the idea that all an individual needs to be productive in any circumstance is an incentive. And, we all have the same mental capacity to think and produce. And to reach this capacity is not derivative of the Pavlovian disciplines we currently introduce. You're in it for yourself, you're in it for the comforting illusion of security, safety, freedom, and all these things that are promised you through the educational ladder that we're taught to climb. And the main problem is, you keep climbing, you get the A-level, the degree, the PhD, the job, the wife, the kids, and then the kids do the same, And I think you're always just in this state of, what now? I get it a lot with, any desire. I think oh, that guitar will make me happy. And then I get the guitar, and it's just, what now? What to do? And there's not a lot you can do, but just look out for the next hoop to jump through and repeat the cycle. And I think any terrorist is perfectly aware of this and feels the need to break this cycle so aggressively. Not to say that you should do so with violence, but that's my point. You know, some people just can't handle this evidently placid lifestyle, and they crack. You know, it's not the terrorism itself that's the issue. It's the environment or paradigm that influences it. The kind of general...
Well, I think it arises from three things, kind of the politics of the country that it kind of arises from, the economy of the country, and the philosophy behind why they make their actions. That's kind of the conclusion that I've come to. I think you can't disregard their whole ideas and their motives behind what they do, because I feel like it comes from they must have a reason, otherwise they wouldn't do it. Whether it's taken to the extremes, that's kind of what I feel. I feel as though it's not needed, but you have to look at both sides of the coin. You kind of have to acknowledge the fact that maybe it is needed to kind of aware and alert. Because I feel as though if there was nothing to do with the whole ISIS kind of thing, I would not be taught. I would.
So, yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about free will.
Okay.
Should I talk?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this idea of, self, me. I am me, but then the question is, what makes up that idea of self?
We got. All right.
Can I start again?
Yeah, go.
So I have this idea of, we have this idea. All right.
No, we don't.
So we have this idea of self, and I guess the question is, what makes up that self that we all have? And what it ultimately comes down to is memories. Because, if you took me, if you could somehow transpose my whole physicality, like the fly or some other instance, and replicate that. So you replicate the brain exactly. It would still be me in the replicated brain. Which kind of proves that, it's all physical, and therefore it's all memory, because that's kind of the main factor in how I distinguish myself. If I woke up with your memories, I'd essentially be you. So relating that to free will, I have this idea that I'm in the driving seat. But if I had someone else's memories and I was here now talking like this, saying something entirely different, yeah, that's true. Actually, the idea of because something's mindful. That's like saying that's true. Because something's mindfulness is actually someone else's.
It's a big. I don't know if it's so. I don't even know if it's a big. I guess the objective is a big so.
Yeah, that helps you get rid of the idea.
The objective here. It does. Trying to
that helps you get rid of the idea.
It does. They can't get their head around. And you end up having such a position. And
it's hard to feel driven. Most of the people think it's driven. It's hard to feel driven.
yeah, I guess the main objective is to
At this point, I realized that words are not empirical. Definitions of words are built up of more words.